Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've got some Madam Glam gel polishes to show you and we're going to use them to create today's nail designs. They were super kind to send me these gel polishes today. I've picked up a few colours. So the first one is the Rulemaker, I think it said, and it's a gorgeous colour. Like, look at that colour, it's so bright, it's beautiful. So pretty, and it's literally so exciting to get new gel polishes. You could literally, if you saw my face, I was like a little child at Christmas. So here we've got Sunset in Hawaii, which is really nice orange, and it's funny because I'm using it in the video. It was so much brighter, funny enough, because when you look at it in the bottle, it looks a bit darker, but when I used it later on in the video, it just kind of brightened up somehow. Here we've got a more of a nudie colour. It's called Pivot, and it's a beautiful, beautiful brown shade. I've already had the opportunity to use it on a client, one of my clients, and it literally was the perfect nude, funny enough, for her skin tone and everything. It was the most beautiful nude to ever use, so definitely highly recommend this one. Here we've got Strawberry Milk, which is a very beautiful pink shade with some gorgeous sparkle in there, very subtle, and unfortunately this was actually the one and only shade of gel polish that I didn't end up getting around to using in today's set. And lastly we've got a matte top coat. It's one of their sparkly ones. This one's called Sparkly Rain, and it's a matte top coat with a beautiful sparkle in there. So I was trying to show you guys on camera that it has this really nice goldy bluey kind of little glitter chunks in there that looks just, well, not chunks, they're fine fine colors, fine glitters I mean, but they're super pretty, and I have a few of them. I think I have 2 or 3, and I haven't had an opportunity to kind of show you guys how beautiful they are yet on camera. I have used them off camera before, but I haven't showed you guys on my YouTube channel how amazing they are. So I thought, since we're going and using all of the Madam Glam gel polishes today, I can whip that one out and give it a little go. So I'll have all the links in the description for you guys to check out their website, and I also have a link of all of the names that I've used in today's video, and I have a discount code in the description as well for you all to use. So you will save 30% with my code, which is glamifybabe_13. So starting off, we're going to apply our base colours. We've got 3 nails here that are going to be nude, and that's using the Pivot colour, and I literally cannot express enough how beautiful of a nude it is. Literally all-time favourite right now. I'll be picking that one up so often, and especially kind of incorporating it with these brighter shades. You can really see later on how well it kind of matched up and looked beautiful, especially when we matte top coat it. So for the other 2 nails, we're going to do an ombre, a 2-way ombre with the 2 beautiful colours we've got here with the orange and the kind of, what is it, like a pinky purpley kind of shade, and then we're going to sprinkle on some clear acrylic. And this is my quick and easy method of doing ombres. It's literally a game changer. You should all give it a little go. So for the first layer, I sprinkle on some clear acrylic, and sometimes, not always, depending on how the ombre is going, in between curing and adding layers, I go ahead and do more acrylic, or sometimes I don't do any more at all. It's all completely down to you. It's just a bit of a play, get the feel of your gels and how best to ombre them. So they're already ombreed in the background. You can see how much more vibrant and prettier they are now. Perfect ombre there. And we've also applied a second layer of the nude shade as well, and they're all cured. So now I'm going in and we're going to do some hand painted flowers. They're my all-time favorite way of doing flowers. Super easy, and I think they're so effective. Actually, when filming this video, the flower that I've created here was a bit too small. When I was looking over next to my prototype, you could say, it was a much larger flower. It kind of expanded a bit further down the nail. I mean, maybe not down, maybe more across the nail, but it's fine as long as the rest of the flowers were the same size. They didn't stick out too much, but I wish I did them a bit bigger. So what you wanted to do is kind of do half a flower. So you want to pick a side, and whether you want to do it on the top or at the bottom, and then you want to do dots, and you kind of want to do half a circle full of dots. And once that's done, you do lines from the center of the circles into the center of your flower that you want to be. And you notice that where you've done the circle, you end up having 2 kind of sharp edges, and that's where you want to drag them into the line that you've created from the center of the circle, and bing bang bosh, you've got a beautiful flower there. So it's super easy and it's super effective. I have done this flower before on my channel, I think a little while back, maybe back when it was like summertime. I made this flower and I couldn't help myself but try that one again with these beautiful shades. So we're going to repeat this on the other nude nail, but this time using this gorgeous color we're going to do at the bottom. So here I'm making a much smaller version. And the same thing applies. You want to pick a center of your flower and then drag all the dotted lines to the center, and then connect the little sides of the dots together to create a beautiful petal. And I haven't actually tried myself creating this flower, like a full flower. I've only ever done half flowers, so I wonder what it would actually look like if you did a full blown flower, like in the center of a nail, where you've got all the sides and everything included. But at the moment I've only done the side ones, but I'm definitely curious to see how like a full flower would look like. So, and also, as you can see, how pigmented these gel polishes are too. So actually, I have not gone ahead and done a second layer at all. This is all done with one layer of gel polish. So they're really creamy, very pigmented. They're literally amazing to work with. And I actually really love using them for gel polish nail art, just because of how pigmented they are. They do also sell kind of like nail art gels on there too, which I think are so great. You all know I love using my nail art gels. They make life so much easier. They're also way more pigmented, they're much thicker, and everything is just so much easier to do with nail art. So if you're getting into nail art, I would highly suggest investing some money into some nail art gels. But if not, you can definitely give Madam Glam a go with their normal standard gel polishes, but they do also hold like nail art kind of gels, which I love. So we've done some orange flowers here too. So we did the bottom one on the other nail. Now we're going to do the top one on this finger as well. If you wanted to, you could also flip the flowers around. So the large flowers, for me, I've kept them always on the left hand side, but you could do one on the left hand side and the other on the right hand side, or completely up to you. I think in the past I might have done a video, or if not, you could also do these flowers and sprinkle some clear acrylic for this kind of 3D embossed kind of now look, kind of like a sweater look vibe, but with your flowers as well. That could look really cool as well, or even sprinkle on some glitter and everything. So you can really do so much with just a simple flower and just add some extra little products, and you can completely elevate and change one simple design and have all sorts of different ways of doing it and changing the look of it. So that's all very nice and easy to do, especially when you're in the salon, you don't have a lot of time, and it's just nice to have these quick little wins up your sleeve when doing clients for you. So you want to go ahead and cure these, and now we've got one nail left. That's a full blown nude nail, and I've got these little striping tapes. I've had these forever. I never used them, so I thought, why not whip them out for today's video? And I wiped the tacky layer off the nail, and that's just because I kind of found that wiping it off makes it so much easier for me to stick stickers on, or these lines or whatever it is. I just find it so much easier to stick them down. A little tip there too. So once you get it in place, you want to just kind of very nicely press it down, because for some reason this didn't want to stick for whatever I did. I don't know whether it's on a sticky layer or whether I wipe it, this striping tape just did not want to stick. But usually this trick definitely works for normal stickers and stuff you get. So you want to put it down the center, try and be as precise as possible with this, and then we can go ahead and apply our top coat. So this is the fun bit because of how beautifully sparkly it is. So there we are. When you start applying it, it's absolutely gorgeous. And here I started off with the center nail with the lined striping tape thing we use, and that's because when I did my prototype, it kind of ended up kind of like melting. The color started to go away from the stripe and started to kind of blend into the nail, which was worrying. It's almost like it literally melted. The color started melting, so I quickly applied it, popped it into the lamp so that one's not going to budge, and now we can calmly proceed with the rest of these nails. So I'm just going to apply a nice thin layer of that across the nails, and it was so satisfying to apply it onto the nails just to see the sparkle, and it looked gorgeous, glossy. So it was just I don't actually know if they do. I need to check out if they have glossy sparkly top coats, because if they do, that's literally amazing. I need to go grab them because I love a good sparkle, as you all probably know, and especially as I didn't use any glitters in today's set, so having a bit of sparkle there with the matte top coat was definitely really nice to have. So I'll show you guys what they look like in 3, 2, 1, and here they are, all nice and matte. It completely changed the look, and I love how they look here so much, so much, and the way the light hits and just the way it all looks together, I literally love it. It's kind of screaming and giving me a bit of like summery vibes, which I know we're a bit far from it, but you know, my heart is always in the summertime. Also, quick apologies, I'm not sure if my voice is different or maybe the way I'm voicing is a bit different, but I have been quite sick recently. It's almost like the flu that's going on. It's almost like I caught that and I've had it for so long. I'm kind of only suffering with the coughs and the chesty feeling and the tickling in my throat and all of that stuff, and blocked nose too. So having to voice today's video is kind of choppy for me, because usually I like to do all in one go. I just love to chat away, but here every so often I have to chop it up because I'm getting coffee. I don't want to include in the voiceover. So here I've got this nice little charm. It's like a diamond kind of thing. Or is it a diamond? More like a kite. And I thought it was beautiful, so I whipped out my clear crystals and I just placed it down the center where we've put the striping tape, and then we're placing 2 crystals on both sides there, one larger than the other. And of course the caviar beads had to come out. Of course they did, and you'll see now how it really elevated the look. And just, yeah, just made it so much more prettier. And I don't know, I always look at crystals as kind of like jewelry. I just feel like adding the caviar beads really elevates the jewelry look and everything. I don't know, maybe I'm just a silly sausage, I don't know. So here I've noticed that one of my caviar beads was a bit too big, so I placed a different one there. And in case you're wondering why I have it in this funny container, it's because I ended up actually breaking my little container of caviar beads, so I had to SOS think of something else. And I'm not gonna lie, I've quite enjoyed it in this little container. I think it's a cap of like a cardboard top of possibly a personal nail box, something like that, but it worked so well. It's so much easier to pick up when you have it in those little plastic containers, those, you know, those little black little containers you get them in. It was just so hard to pick up one, and then they all end up getting like rhinestone glue gel and everything, and it's just, yeah, just not the vibe, not at all. So with the rhinestone glue gel here, I'm using my Macart rhinestone glue gel. It's absolutely amazing. And for the flower nails, we're going to place some clear crystals in the center of the flowers, on the sides, and I'm going to do the same on both nails, but I think I only ended up showing you guys doing it on one. We've got a fairly long video today. We've got 17 minutes, so it's quite a chunky video today. We've got quite a lot of crystals going on as well. So now on to our ombre nails. I'm so obsessed with how these ombres came out. I love doing ombres, especially when you get neon colors. Oh, I just love ombres. So with the ombre where you've got the orange at the top, I decided to place crystals from the bottom going up to the right hand side, and then what we're going to do, we're going to flip it around, and with the other ombre nail we're going to do the crystal placement top left hand side. So I'm going to start off with like the biggest crystal at the bottom, and then the higher I get, the smaller of a crystal I'm going to use. You just kind of gradually want to decrease in size, and then of course once again we're going to add some caviar beads in between those crystals as well, and the same thing will apply for the other nails. So we're going to do a big old chunky crystal in the center on the left hand side, top left hand side, and then on each side of that crystal, the further away you're getting, the smaller of a crystal you're picking up, and same thing, caviar beads are also going to be chucked in there. You also notice that I applied too much rhinestone glue gel, so as you can see here, it's kind of given the shiny look. So if you were to go and cure it right now, that's what will be shiny, and that's not really what we want there. So we want to make sure it's matte. So once I get the caviar beads in there, I do go ahead and get a lint-free wipe. I put some, I think it's some Miley nail prep liquid, nail cleaner liquid, something like that. It's a blue liquid, and I just use it to wipe away any excess of the rhinestone glue gel that I don't want, because like I said, if you cure it, it's going to be shiny and you'll be able to tell, and that's not what we want. Ideally you'd probably want to do the crystal placement before matte top coating. That would be the best bet, but I was kind of not too sure exactly what I was doing with the crystal placements. So that's basically sometimes why I do it, sometimes just because it's easier for me for recording purposes and get everything in shot, to matte top coat first and then get on with our crystal placement. So this nail is just finishing up. I'm using this little really fun tool. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but I like to really use it to get my caviar beads in place. There's my little lint-free wipe, but I like to use it to get the caviar beads in place, especially when I'm trying to do a straight line with caviar beads. I really like to use that little tool. I'm not quite sure what it's called, sorry guys. I'm sure someone in the comments will let us know what it's called. And now we're on to our next and I think last nail now, so I'll let you guys watch this bit and I'll come back to you guys when this crystal placement is all nice and done. Alright, so we're finishing up. Here are the caviar beads on with the crystals, looking beautiful. And here, I almost forgot. I was about to finish up the video when I was filming it, and I almost forgotten. But I really wanted to add some extra detailing. So I got some of my white nail art gel, and this cures tack free on top of any background, so I really wanted that little different textured look on top of my flowers, and I kind of wanted to place it down the center of the petals. So this is what we are cracking on and doing here. You're going to want to do it on all of those petals that we've created on both of those nails, and then you want to pop into the lamp for 60 seconds because they are much more pigmented and thicker, so they take a bit longer to cure under the lamp. So we're going to do these, pop into the lamp. You're going to have to let me know if they look better with or without. I wasn't too sure. The more I look at it, the more I like it, but I did also like it without it, so you're gonna have to let me know what you think. So I will go ahead, pop those into the lamp, and here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. I'll have all the links in the description for the Madam Glam products with the gel polishers names, and a link to the website that will also save you guys some money with my discount code and all of that good stuff. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would absolutely love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!